lit? We lit? Oh, alright. Fuck it is, man. It's big L's in this bitch. You heard me. You niggas bad or dog. It's a Peezy world, bro, and I'm back with a Peezy reaction. So I'm gonna keep it a being with you. I came across this video yesterday, right? I might have watched. I watched a couple minutes of it. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Since I've been doing these reactions, I be watching shit and like I be feeling like, nah, I gotta turn this shit off. I need to react to this because, like, you know how you be yelling at the phone and shit, just like sometimes you be saying some shit that be making sense, and how I function. I be like, no, somebody need to hear this. You feel me? So I had a small case of that in a few minutes. I watched it, so we here about to react to this video. So let's get into it. You heard me.
He was physically aggressive with her. She threw him out. This is the plaintiff, Chanel Barnett. She says she met the defendant when she found him locked out of his grandfather's apartment, sleeping on the front steps of her building. Soon after, they began hanging out together, and he eventually moved in with her. Well, things didn't last long. He was physically aggressive with her. She threw him out, and now he owes her all kinds of money for rent, booze, and all the cereal he ate. She's suing for $1,007, the amount owed.
Bro.
This is the defendant, Daquan Butler. He says the plaintiff never loaned him money. She knew he had just been released from a 6-year stint in prison and is now basically suing him because he ate her cereal? Come on, man. This woman's just being spiteful. He never agreed to pay her rent, and if she wants $3.69 for some cereal, he's...
Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Chanel Barnett?
Yes.
You are suing Daquan Butler for $1,007 you say he owes you. How did you two meet?
I was coming home on the 4th of July with an acquaintance from an outing, and he was sitting on my step outside my house. I guess his grandfather...
Is it an apartment building?
Yes.
Look,
Okay.
Hey, you gotta translate. Them niggas, I don't know your name, but them niggas call it womanese, bro. I call it horrible language. You feel me? I call it horrible language. You gotta translate that shit. She said coming out from an outing. Feel me? It's probably like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. It's not a outing is like a baby shower or like a fucking recital. That's an outing. You feel me? And outings don't have you out all night. She's coming from the club, bro. Let's just keep it in bed. She's coming from the fucking club. She's probably wet. She's probably still wet. She ain't been asleep yet, probably. You feel me? She wet as a bitch. You feel me? Probably got a little headache. Like, yeah.
His grandfather lives in the middle section of the housing, so I'm not too friendly. So my friend had, started to make conversation with him,
What was he doing on the steps?
Sleeping.
Would you wake him up to have conversation?
She did.
Because normally you just walk over him.
I was, but because my friend is friendly, she started to speak to him.
Because your friend is friendly and you're 6 foot what?
6'5".
Yeah. So your friend wakes him up to talk to him, and this is what time of the morning?
This had to have been around 7 in the morning.
Okay.
So she was asking him, "Are you lost? What you doing?"
You guys
7 o'clock. Come on, bro. 7 o'clock in the morning. What makes me even feel like they was really like lit that night, bro, is she chose to call it an outing. She's trying to hide something. You feel me? She's trying to use a blanket statement. She's trying to put this, you feel me? Like this general term. It could be an outing, can be anything. You get what I'm saying? Like she know what she's doing. So I feel like she's trying to hide something, like subconsciously. Like she know like they was getting wet. She probably was twerking on. She probably twerked on at least 15 niggas. Might have fucked the nigga, might have sucked somebody. I ain't gonna take it that far, but they was definitely thought behavior, bro. Fuck you, be thought behavior for hours, nigga.
are coming home from a night out? Okay.
Right. So I never seen him before. So she's asking him, he goes, "I live here." So I said, "No, you don't. I never seen you. I've been living here for how long?" So then, they're conversating, so I jump in the conversation, or whatever the case may be. So he asked me, "Can I use your phone? Because I'm trying to call my grandfather." So I said, "This is your grandfather." So from there, the conversation began. I let him use my phone, making phone calls. He wasn't answering. He continued to knock. Then eventually somebody came to the door. When someone came to the door, it was his mother. His mother was up here at the time. She let him in. Me and him were still talking, having conversation. So my friend, she let me know, like, "I'm not coming upstairs with you. If you want, you could walk me to the train station, and I'm going to go home from here." Me and him decided to walk her to the train station. From
All right, so let's put this in perspective, bro. You feel me? Let's put this in perspective. So they come home from the club. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Some big ass nigga sleep on that fucking porch. The best friend get out first. She probably was like, "Ooh, girl, look what the oh my goodness!" Like, you feel me? And probably she probably was the one who was being flirtatious. Like, just got they under the influence, bro. They're still under the influence. Like, come on, bro. What if for whatever happens, you feel me? They stop talking, then them two engage in a conversation. Now they talking. There's people's in the cave, and they still talking. He probably told me, "Yeah, I'll be up there. Thank you." Feel me? Fucking who answered? I think it said his mother answered the door. Like she probably like, I already know what he up to. This nigga just came home. Like, boy, he ready to thrash this bitch. So yeah. So now they done walk the friend home. She don't even know this nigga. Like, please, bro. She don't know this nigga, bro. She do not know this nigga. She don't know him. She just met him. She probably haven't even known him for an hour yet, or an hour and a half. Like, they walked them. They walked the friend home.
There, that's where everything started.
Well, what started?
Well, I would say companionship. I, was making conversation with him, getting to know him. He's getting to know me. He had asked me, can he come upstairs?
He literally washed up on your stoop.
Yeah.
Literally, the man just washed up on your stoop. Are you talking about, and you're out all night, and then you come home, and you find the man you want to talk to on your stoop after being out all night.
Didn't find anybody
making
there.
all kinds of effort all night long.
Yo, see, look, judge not stupid, bro. Like, the judge isn't dumb, bro. This the people's court. Like, she ain't dumb. She can read between the lines. She knows Shorty was out thotting off. That's why she said, you've been up all night trying to find a man, putting up all kinds of efforts, and then God just washed this bad on your porch. Like, and remember, all she said was outing. All she said was outing. She wasn't specific. She didn't say, you know what I mean? So
you come home empty-handed, and there's the gift on your stoop.
Not necessarily a gift.
Yeah, it didn't turn out to be a gift.
Right.
Yeah.
So he asked me, can he come upstairs? So I let him come upstairs. From there, like I said, just continue to build the relationship. 2 days later, his mom, was leaving to go back to North Carolina or South Carolina.
she said, hold up, because I ain't gonna let her get away with that. Hold up. I heard what she said. She said, from then, they kept talking, building a relationship. Then she jumped to 2 days later. So he fucked her. He cracked her. The same day he met her, he cracked her. The same day he met her, he cracked her.
I don't know the exact state that she's from. All I hear, I'm asking him, are you leaving with her? Are you staying? He goes, I don't know what I'm doing because my grandfather's acting funny, Now
she panicking. He done fucked the shit out of her. He done thrashed this bitch. He cracked this bitch, bro. He had to. Like, bro, he cracked this bitch, and now she like nervous. She panicking. Like, are you going back to are you going back to South Carolina, or are you staying in Brooklyn? Like, or whatever the fuck they was at. Are you going back to Brooklyn? I don't know, but whatever. Trying to figure out, because I did see that much of that. He was talking about he live in Brooklyn, so I think it's about to come up. But now she like she lost, bro. She like dickmatized.
he's acting like he doesn't want me to stay. So I'm saying to him, why doesn't he want you to stay here?
I'm confused. How long had you been staying with your grandfather?
For like 2 days. I was just coming home from prison, actually.
Oh, okay. Where were you in prison?
New York City.
How long did you do?
6 years.
What'd you do 6 years for?
For assault.
What kind of assault?
A stabbing.
Did the person die?
No. It was more so self-defense, but the people, I guess,
was it domestic in nature?
No.
So you served 6 years. You had just gotten out of prison.
Yes.
Did your mother come up from the Carolina? Which Carolina?
North Carolina.
Did she come up from North Carolina because you were coming out of prison?
Yes, and she picked me up from the prison, and we came to Brooklyn.
And what was the plan? That you were supposed to go back with her to North Carolina? What was the plan originally?
The plan was for me to come to Brooklyn and to see a couple people, figure out, I'm just coming home. I want to enjoy myself.
What's home to you? Is home to
Brooklyn.
you North Carolina or Brooklyn?
Brooklyn. While I was locked up, my mom eventually moved down south.
Okay, so that wasn't your
No.
place at all. All right. So you invited him to live with you?
Well, me and him had a discussion. I asked him what were his plans as far as
You'd known each other, what, 24 hours?
Yeah, I have a big heart, unfortunately. So I see.
Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah.
A big heart?
Exactly. No,
That's what we're calling it.
Yeah.
Now, a big heart is someone who works in the soup kitchen on Thanksgiving Day.
Facts, bro.
Finding a man you like and inviting him to live with you the next day is not a big heart. That's not a big
Like
heart.
she being nice.
And if
Hold
you
up.
don't,
She not gonna be descriptive about it because she on TV. She pretty much saying like, "Yo, shorty, you talking about you knew this nigga for probably less than 24 hours, probably 24 hours max, and you're already offering him you're offering him a place to stay. You're willing to let this nigga live with you now. You known him for 20. That's not having a big heart, bro. That's called being a thought, bro. That's called being weak minded. Feel me? That's called being a whore. I'm just gonna keep it a big with you. Like, that's like you don't have any self-respect, bro. And he doesn't respect you. That's why y'all in court. No man is gonna ever respect a woman that he can fuck on the first day, bro. Cause then a nigga mind be like, well, if you let me fuck on the first day, how many other niggas you let fuck on the first day? Any nigga with some sense is gonna think that. And even if it was your actual first time doing that, my mind won't let me believe that. Like it's never gonna click. Cause nigga ain't gonna never gonna have no real respect for you because he doesn't trust you, doesn't view you in that way. It's how he met you. Like it's the first impression. So he fucked you. He must have cracked your head off. You feel me? And now you like dickmatized and you ready to just let this nigga live with you. Like you're just a goofy bitch, bro. She's just a goofy, bro.
realize that now when you've ended up in court to sue for cereal, you are
I'm not
never
suing
going to
for
realize
cereal.
that.
That's not
So
my-
let's talk
that's not
about
my
what
man.
you're suing for. According
Right.
to you, the guy who you found on a stoop, who had just gotten out of prison 2 days earlier,
Yep.
who had no job, no place to live, who you invited to move in with you, is supposed to pay you rent. Where is it? What's it going to do? Where's it going to get the rent? Is it going to think it? How is it going to pay you rent?
Right. So, like I was
Ass,
saying,
boy.
after we discussed him staying in my house, you know, I asked him, you know, what are your plans? He told me I'm going to get a job. I'm going to try to get my GED. I said, okay, no problem. I have no problem doing that. I'm very familiar with school and how everything goes. So I said, listen, I will help you try to get your GED. I will help you get a job. I went to 123 William Street in Manhattan where they do like job fairs. I'm calling him on the phone. He's at my house. You know, got him interview clothes. Put on interview clothes and come meet me down here. I'm going to get you a job at this security company. He's asking me, should he put on similar to what he's wearing now to go to a job interview? And I'm saying to him, why would you want to put that on when I got you interview clothes? Like
What's interview clothes?
button-up shirt, khaki pants, and shoes to go to look presentable for an interview to get the job. He never made it
The fucking point.
at all.
Now,
Alright,
let me
get to the
ask you,
point,
what's
alright.
going on here? Because she's suing you for eating her cereal. And what's this about the CBD product?
Oh, the weed? Yeah, she had
Was it weed or was it a CBD product?
Weed, fake weed. I don't
Okay,
know
what
they
was
call
it exactly?
CBD weed.
CBD.
I don't know
weed.
what it is.
That's a
It looked
first.
like weed,
Is
but
it
it don't
oil?
get you like
Is
high
it
like
what
weed.
is it? What did it look like?
It looked like weed.
Did you smoke it?
Yeah, but it don't get you high like weed. It doesn't. I don't know. It's weird. Well, anyway, she had bought the weed. Long story short, she couldn't do nothing.
Where
with
had
it.
she bought the weed?
From a smoke shop,
Okay.
and she couldn't do nothing.
What was
with
it exactly?
It's CBD weed. I had purchased it because I was in a car accident May 5th of last year. So,
Okay. So
I'm
that's
done with
legal,
this, yo.
right?
yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. We got to the Beezy right. Shorty is foul, bro. Like I'm not even gonna say she foul. She just loose, bro. Like she just dumb as shit, bro. Like maybe it's probably them wigs. I'm gonna keep it a baby. It's probably them wigs. She be geeking. She is geeking. Stop what you're doing, man. She mad enough.